Alice's restaurant version of what's going on with Titusville Mill. I don't know if we'll get that, Joe, this year, but you can work on it maybe for next year. Joe Thompson joining us this morning. Morning, Joe. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
That'd be great if you could come up with something.
And
And it's got to be like 20 minutes long.
yeah, and get pretty boring right in the middle of it, and never really make it to the end.
I always think, you've got these artists with big collections of music that they write, and you're a songwriter. Is there ever a time you're performing you just go, boy, I just forgot the lyrics? Like I don't know how you remember all that.
All the time. Yeah, and people will make fun of you. Like, well, it's your song. It's like there's still words.
Right. So I can't imagine Arlo Guthrie doing Alice's Restaurant. How do you remember all that?
Well, even more, I think an even better example is if you listen to, The Gates of Eden or It's All Right, Ma by Dylan, and you've just got these tangential phrases that are just all glued together, it seems like, with no semblance of, outward logical meaning. I'm sure they mean something to him, but
yeah.
But trying to piece the ghosts of electricity in the bones of her face, night in, night out.
Yeah. We didn't start the fire. Did Billy Joel think, well, I'm going to have to sing this?
He said when he wrote that song that, whenever he'd get hung up, he'd look at Liberty DeVito, the drummer, who knew all of the words. And there's a funny story about the song Honesty that I'll relay to you after we're off the air.
Okay. Excellent. we need like an after show.
Yes.
Yeah, just online and then
Luke Rio's Between Two Ferns.
Yes, but more polite. Hey, Joe, you got a really cool thing going on next week. But before we get to that, catch us up on everything you've been working on. Your business is just it has been spectacular to watch and follow what you've been doing.
Thank you. The Titusville Mill over on 221 South Monroe Street, they're just below Sheets. The old mill, the old Molly's Mill. We all know it well. The old Agway, as they said back in the 80s.
Yeah. So when you're coming into town, you go past Papa Carone's where they were, and then turn by the Colonel Drake, and then,
where they were,
right, yeah.
and then go over by the old Mr. Donut where it was.
Yes, yeah. Still get that.
Just behind the old powder horn.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. That's great.
We're taking a walk into yesteryear, Titusville. Yeah. The mill, the Titusville Mill. We are a full service kitchen, catering venue, distillery, bar, pub, entertainment venue. Just an all round good joint for a night out or an afternoon. We do breakfast, lunch, and dinner Tuesday through Saturday, and then Sunday brunch 10 to 2. We're open every night for dinner service till 8 o'clock during the week, and then 9 o'clock on the weekends.
That's fantastic.
And we also have the Magic Bus food truck and the Magic Bus kitchen inside the Titusville Ironworks.
I don't know how you keep everything straight, but you have a good crew that work with you, and
I have a stellar crew, and I couldn't do it without them.
Everybody in town too kept saying, "Boy, we need a place for events." And again, this is a great opportunity for that. You've hosted all sorts of things.
Absolutely, weddings, corporate dinners. I've done corporate retreats, and we do a lot of baby showers, bridal showers, celebrations of life, wakes, the whole gamut.
Yeah, you hosted the band the other night.
Yes, yeah. We had the Titusville Marching Band in.
Now, can people call and book like their Christmas parties, or are you pretty?
Absolutely,
okay.
Yes, absolutely. If people want to go, they can go to our Facebook page, the Titusville Mill on Facebook, and they'll find our phone number. They can give us a call, or just if they don't feel like talking on the phone, they can send us a message. We usually get back within the hour.
One thing I want to talk to you quickly about before we get into next week is presentation. I mean, if you go onto the Facebook page, like the Titusville Mill, and you look at the pictures, presentation is very important.
Yes.
I mean, the quality of the food is extremely important. Just talk about that process, because I mean, there's a lot of pride you take in the presentation, and I mean, just everything.
Well, it's when you think about like going when you think about anything that you do with regards to eating or drinking, your first process of consumption begins with your eyes. And if something and that begins the journey into the experience, if you will. So just take it from the top. If you walk into a place and it seems dirty, it seems dingy, it seems like it's not kept up well, that's already skewed your perception of what you're getting into.
Yeah.
And like the same when it comes to a meal. So like if something comes out of the kitchen and is presented to you and it looks beautiful, it's colorful, it's vibrant, and it already gets your mind working that this is good, and then you take in the olfactory, and then you begin eating it, and the whole picture comes together. So yeah, presentation is first and foremost. I'm sorry. Quality ingredients and good techniques and good food are but it's all wrapped up in the same package. You can't have one without the other.
Yeah, and you do. I mean, between your knowledge and research that you do, I mean, you look for the right ingredients for what you're trying to prepare.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So that's wonderful. All right, next Thursday. I can't believe it's coming up.
I know.
On Thanksgiving.
Yes.
All right, what do you have going on?
So Thanksgiving Day, this will be the 7th community Thanksgiving, hosted by what is now the Mill. If we go into the Wayback Machine, this event was created by my friend and the founder of the Well Coffee House, Sarah Muir, back in 2017, and when she had the well on East Point. They began this tradition, and when I bought the well from her and opened it up in Pleasantville, we continued it. And when we moved it down to the mill, and the well became under the umbrella of the Titusville Mill. Here we are, year number 7. So this is a free event, and this is a free event for any who wish to partake. It doesn't matter your station in life. We want to be there for everybody in the community. If you don't feel like cooking, if you can't we're delivering meals. So if you can't get out of your house, if you have health problems or reasons that they don't matter, we will deliver to you. And so on the day of the event, we will be running deliveries from 12:30 till 2. If you would like a meal delivered to you, all you have to do is go to our Facebook page that you see up there, and contact us, and we'll get your information, and we'll get you on the list to deliver to. If you want to join us in person, we will have a free Thanksgiving Day buffet from 2 in the afternoon till 5 p.m.
Wow.
Yes.
So I have to ask, when you purchased this business, it would have been easy to say, okay, we're not going to do that. What made you say, this is something that is important, I want to keep it going?
Well, first and foremost, Sarah told me the numbers of people she was helping out every year, and I feel to suddenly just pull that rug away and not have that service after she'd done so much great legwork establishing this would be pretty untoward. And I saw what a positive impact it had, and I mean I believe very earnestly in being there and being present for people of all walks of life. As a sign of basic decency. Well, I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no.
I think it's
no. I think it's fantastic, and again, I think a lot of people would have said, yeah, you know what, we're not going to do this.
Yeah.
But here you said this is important, and I think as a collective, your employees said, no, this is great.
Absolutely.
Now, for an event like this, do you need volunteers?
So yes. And again, if you go to the Facebook page, it'll volunteers can be directed to contacting Sarah Muir. She's helping me out with it again this year. She's going to be back in town. She lives she lives out of state now, but she'll be back in town to help us. She's helping me organize it. We're working with several churches in the community to get the word out for it. But yes, she is corralling the volunteer pool. So we're looking for people to deliver food. We're looking for people to work the chow line. We're doing all the cooking. Myself and whoever on my staff wishes to help out. We're making the feast. But we'll need hands to help get it to people either on the chow line or via delivery.
That's fantastic. You're watching the Morning Drill on Stream Television and on Armstrong's Neighborhood Channel. Joe Thompson with us here this morning. Titusville Mill presents the big Thanksgiving dinner, 7th annual community Thanksgiving dinner. In addition to volunteers, can people make a donation of food?
No.
Okay.
So yes. So in years past, we've taken donations of monetary donations and donations of food. The problem that we've run into every year that we've done it is you get
Cranberries.
38 people bringing cans of green beans, but you don't have enough of this or you don't have enough of that, or you get all of this cranberry sauce. Like, okay, so what do you do with the leftovers? And so we felt, and honestly, what I do know is that I can stretch $1 further through a restaurant purveyor than anybody can with their dollar at the grocery store, because I've cut out a middleman. So through my purveyors, I can get more bang for that buck. So we're only taking monetary donations this year, and the caveat with that being, what is given is used solely for the event. Purchasing turkey, the whole 9 yards. The food, the to-go containers, the bags for the delivery. So that's what that is used for. If there is a surplus of cash left over at the end of the year, we already have a separate bank account for it. It gets rolled into next year as seed money. And so that's the way. So people can donate by stopping by the restaurant and writing a check or giving cash. Or I think you have the Venmo link that I sent to you. They can Venmo it directly over, and it'll go straight to that account. And we're also the First Presbyterian Church of Titusville, the Titusville Free Methodist Church, and the Titusville the First Methodist Church of Titusville. They're all working with us, so they'll accept your donations and turn them over to us in kind.
Oh, that's fantastic. So there's a lot of ways you can help.
Yes, absolutely.
With this. It's probably pretty amazing. I know you're going to be busy, but do you ever have a moment just to kind of stand back and say, "Yeah, this is special"?
That's I did get to do that last year. After all the work getting it prepped, and it was nice to be able to watch all of these volunteers convene upon the restaurant and get directed out to get food to the people who need it, and watching the folks come in and dine with us, and just to get that chance to sit back and go, wow, this is a great event. Last year we fed, I think it was around 220 people. So
Wow.
So we're hoping to reach that goal, at least that goal again this year.
You were talking about the presentation of the food, but the whole experience, like when somebody comes down to the Titusville Mill, I think it's one of those things where you go, okay, I've been here before, perhaps, but you walk in and you go, wow, that's really comfortable. It's inviting. It's warm. How important was that presentation when somebody walks in to feel welcome?
Oh, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. I mean, that rich old hickory wood, and I mean, there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
It's, you walk in the. I remember when I walked in the doors of that place back in I think I looked at that restaurant back in 2016, and with the intent of opening a place, and I remember walking in, it's like, this, there's just nothing like this. You can't recreate this. This can't be made and then turned around and opened. It's a 124-year-old building.
Wow.
So it's that, and it can only, and it has the ghosts of its former usages, as a tannery and as a feed mill, and it is a place it's a place that served, as a tannery, it served the world, and as a feed mill, it served this community very richly for a very long time.
Yeah.
And as a restaurant, it's been there since, well, I guess the Rogowskis opened it in 94, 95, and so it's been serving the community, in that capacity for almost 30 years.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing, the decor, everything when you walk in. It's great, and I'm sure you have people that come in and just kind of get lost in
they do,
which is kind of what you want, right?
Yeah, no, it's the vibe that attracts me the most to that place, and to any restaurant, is a cozy feeling that just gives you a big hug, and you don't want to leave.
Yeah.
And you hunker down by the fireplace with an Irish coffee and a smoked brisket sandwich.
Oh, that sounds really good. Now, have you been promoting what you've done upstairs?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, so up on the second floor. So for people familiar with the building, they'll recall that upstairs was the Angeli winery that operated for years. We've converted it lovingly into a B&B, a bed and breakfast, and we book that through Airbnb solely at this point. But yeah, it's a beautiful space.
Yes,
Sleep
it is. 7.
We have 2 bedrooms, big common area with a nice comfy couch, a billiard table. It's and then if you want to check those boxes and pay a little more, you can get the hot tub suite as well.
Really? I didn't
yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Yep.
So book through Airbnb.
Yeah, book through Airbnb.
All right.
Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's great for the holidays.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It's really it's a really special space.
All right, we're going to recap what's going on next week real quick. Before we do that, what are you thankful for this year?
I am thankful. I am thankful first and foremost that I have a loving family that is happy most of the time, healthy, and that goes from my kids to my folks. That is what I'm thankful for the most. I'm also very thankful for this community and the people here in Titusville that that are doing things to make this little town sing like a canary. I think Titusville's doing all right.
All right, and then of course next week, hopefully you'll hear lots of singing.
I hope to. I hope to. We're gonna shave our heads and get into it.
Excellent, and the turkey. Recap what's going on Thursday, Joe.
Okay, so we have free community Thanksgiving dinner Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. We'll be delivering meals from 12:30 to 2. We'll be serving free buffet from 2 to 5. Donations are welcome via Venmo, dropping off money at the Titusville Mill or at the First Presbyterian Church of Titusville, the First Methodist Church of Titusville, or the Titusville Free Methodist Church. And if you are writing out a check, please write the check out to Franklin Street Dispensing Company. That is the name of our parent organization. And if you want to volunteer your time, we need people to help deliver food. We need people to help put those deliveries together. We need people to help do dishes. We need people to help serve food during the buffet throughout the course of the day. So all are welcome. There's no limitation to who is welcome in those doors on Thanksgiving Day. So,
Joe, thank you. Good to see you.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, good luck. We're going to go with this hidden gem from Joe.
Like doom, come on. 2 ships and I'm going.